everybody. So this is going to be a DIY using Fenugreek Seeds and also the Amla Gooseberry Seeds, and this is supposed to be helping aid in faster growth of your hair. So before we get into it, I want to talk about some of the benefits of the Fenugreek Seeds. And some of the benefits are that it definitely prevents hair fall or hair loss. It fights dandruff. It makes your hair shiny and conditioned. And it promotes hair growth. And it also prevents premature gray hair. And for the Amla Seeds Gooseberry, the benefits are hair growth. It can aid in hair growth. It's a natural hair conditioner. It treats dandruff as well. It's a scalp cleanser. It improves pigmentation, making hair long and luscious. It also reduces graying of the hair, and it also strengthens the hair. And it gives the hair a natural shine, and it thickens the hair too. It prevents frizzy hair and enhances hair color. Alright, so here we are. This is the Fenugreek seed. I did purchase this from my local Indian grocer, along with the dried Amla gooseberry. I purchased from them as well. And I did measure the Fenugreek seeds, and as you guys can see, you can't see, so this is a half a cup. I apologize. So I'm going to just measure the seeds out, just a half a cup of each. So this is a half a cup as well. You can't see it because it's white. I apologize about that. I should have let you guys see, but this is a half a cup. And I'm going to place it in the pan where we're going to, roast them for a little bit. Only do it for 3 to 4 minutes. Some people say up to 5 minutes, but I think 3 to 4 minutes is pretty good. Make sure you put on your timer so you can make sure that you don't burn them. And I think I was on the verge of that. So just make sure it's like 3 to 4 minutes so you can, just cook them a little bit. I was going to skip this step, but I was like, no. I watched a young lady and her aunt do this, and they were Indian, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it like that. So that's what I'm going to do. And there are other ways that people do heat up the seeds, but this is the way that I chose, and that's basically about that. Alright, so as you guys can see, it did turn brown or kind of like a golden. So when you see this color or what have you, you want to take them out the pan. First, let it cool off. Okay, don't put them in the mixing jar while it's really extremely hot. So let it cool down for at least probably like 5 to 10 minutes, and then you apply them, or sorry, you pour the contents into the mason jar. Alright, so here we have the mason jar here, as you guys can see. Okay. Alright, so we are going to pour the Amla seeds and the Fenugreek seeds in there. Now this was very hard for me. It was very difficult, so I really suggest that you guys get a funnel or something like that. It may be hard for the Amla seeds to go through the funnel because they're like little rocks, but I did make a mess. So when you do make a mess, of course, clean up or what have you, but I did have a little hard time putting the seeds in there, but I did pretty decent, I believe. So this is what it is, and I got them in there, as the best of my ability. So try not to lose that many seeds, you know what I mean? So, but that's okay. If you lose a few seeds, that's fine. Alright, so this is what it's looking like in the mason jar, as you guys can see. And now we're going to add the oils. Alright, so we're here for the fun part. This is the JBCO, which helps aid in growth. I'm going to add this to the seeds. I'm also going to add the coconut oil, which helps soften, condition hair, add shine, and help stimulate growth. And the almond oil, which makes hair stronger, high amounts of vitamin E, and softens hair. This is from the Indian grocer as well. And the olive oil treats dandruff, moisturizes your hair, and promotes hair growth. Alright, so we're going to start off with the olive oil. I do not measure the oil. Now you guys may think that I'm putting too much oil because I do go back and put more oil. It's really up to you how much oil that you want to put in your hair, and also when you apply it to your hair is how much you put in it as well. So it's really up to your heart's desire. So I don't want nobody talking about something, this much oil, Yeah, so if you want to measure it, go ahead, but I didn't feel like doing all that, so I just definitely eyeballed it. So you can eyeball it, measure it however your heart's desire. It's really up to you. Most of the videos that I watched, they was eyeballing it, so I just went by that, or whatever the case is. Some of them eyeballed it, some of them didn't. So if you guys are allergic to certain oils, you can definitely omit it. And also I didn't put that much JBCO because it's very viscous, so I made sure that I just put enough of it in there, not too much. But that's just basically about that. But yeah, so put whatever your heart's desire, measure it if you would like, and that's just basically about that. This is your oil. You have to put it on your head, and a lot of people don't like to use the coconut oil because it can solidify. So just make sure that you know, if it does, you know, if you're in a winter climate right now or what have you, definitely warm it up, not in the microwave, but you can put some, you know, like hot water from your sink to it and just warm it up that way, or warm it up with a towel or something like that, a hot towel, and you'll get, you know, the warm benefits of it. All right, so this is the next day. I'm using the cheesecloth, as you guys can see here. I tried to get around it and use something else, but I'm going to use my shears, and I'm going to use a hair tie. Now I'm going to show you how to do it on this mason jar and not the empty mason jar. Oh yes, I do stir it up, so just stir it up. You know, this is the next day. I don't know if I said that, but this is the next day. I let it sit overnight in a dark area, and I just stirred it up a little bit more. All right, and so the cheesecloth, I'm going to cut it, and I did it on this mason jar because I forgot to I thought I was recording the other part with the empty mason jar, but I wasn't, and I don't know why I thought to put it on here. But I'm glad I showed you guys that I put it on here. But just note that you will get an empty mason jar and you will do the same thing that I'm doing here. So don't do it on the mason jar that you have the seeds and everything in. Do it on an empty mason jar. So I apologize about this. I kept this clip in because I did not press record when I was pouring the contents in the empty mason jar. So I apologize about that. Okay, so yeah, my bad. So when you see the next clip, you're going to see that most of the contents are in there already. So yeah, I totally apologize about that. But you're going to see me put the rest of the contents in there and trying to scoop all the other, you know, rest of the benefits in there, so you, as you guys can see here, and as you guys can see towards the bottom is dripping in, and the cheesecloth is to prevent the seeds from going into the mason jar. And a lot of people said that the seeds do expand. I'm not sure. I'm gonna do an experiment and see, because the leftover seeds that I have, I'm going to keep and see if they do expand, because I can definitely use them over again. I'm not going to throw them away. All right, so I'm applying the oil into the applicator bottle. You can purchase your oh my gosh, your applicator bottle from your local BSS, which means your local beauty supply store. And I purchased this one, and I believe it made up to 5 ounces of oil. And yeah, I'll make sure if I said it wrong here, I'll definitely annotate it. But yeah, so you carefully pour it into your applicator bottle. If you want to get a funnel to make it less messier, because I did make it messy, you guys can see here, so it can get messy, but just make sure you clean up, and that's basically about that. So this is what the oil is looking like. You know, put the top on there and shake it up a little bit if you want to, and this is the end result, you guys. And that's your fenugreek seed and amla oil, along with the other oils. If you don't like the smell, you can definitely mask it with tea tree oil or any other essential oil that you like the smell of. But this does smell like maple syrup, and I like the smell, so I'm not going to put any other essential oil in there. The smell is fine to me. I really like it. When you do cook it in the pan, it definitely does make your house smell like maple syrup. So as you guys can see, I'm pointing to it. You guys can't really see it, but I apologize about that. But yeah, so I like the smell of it, so I'm not going to mask it with anything else. You know, it's fine. So that's just basically about that. So yeah, so here are the seeds, and I just leave them in there. So we'll see what happens if they expand. If they don't expand, I'll definitely use them for the next time, but I don't know if they're going to expand. We shall see. But that's just basically it about that, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is how I made my DIY mixture. You can make it however you want. It's really up to you, and that's just basically it. It's up to your heart's desire. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, that's all for watching. Peace. Bye.